Welcome to the beginning of the traditional Tuesday night recorded podcast.
Hmm.
What's going on? We just recorded a podcast on Saturday
Yeah.
when Mike was in the search for freedom. Actually, I had a talk. Like we had the topic of the meetup to discuss.
Yeah, that's
But
true. We could plan
Mike,
that here.
what was the end goal there, Mike?
It was an overwhelming response that people want to do a meetup. About 24 to 1. We had one holdout who said absolutely not, even if you paid them.
Who didn't
Wow.
who didn't want to do a meetup?
I'm not gonna put a name out there, put
I
them
think
on
you should put a
blast or
name on.
anything.
I think you should put a name on there.
But I will say I did see if they were located in Ontario that they would actually go. They are not. They're actually located in Manitoba. And I think I know why they may be a little upset with us that they wouldn't want to come.
Why?
PK, didn't you say something about Manitoba back
I
in the
don't
day at least?
remember ever
No.
saying anything about Manitoba. Manitoba is a wonderful place.
Okay.
There might be rumors of cheap beer and loose women. I don't know. I don't know if there are actually rumors of cheap beer and loose women, but
Um,
I don't know if I ever said that before.
Manitoba's about to get one used Bobcat. I sold my T595 and it's going out that way.
Ooh.
I don't
Yeah.
understand. There's no bobcats in Manitoba. Like, what the fuck are these people doing? How can that
I,
possibly be better?
I don't know. I don't know. But it's being loaded up this week. He asked me if I had a loading dock. How many landscapers do you know with a loading dock?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know anybody.
He's like, do you have a loading dock so we can put it on a transport? I'm like, no, but we can find a way to put it on the loader, like the big loader, like the guy I know has a big Komatsu, so we'll just put it on the forks and lift the whole thing into
Put it on a
the,
skid.
the T595 on a skid.
Yeah, just put it on it. Make a big skid, put it on it, then charge them a fucking skid deposit.
Charge him a skid deposit.
This skid usage fee is $40, and the skid deposit is a couple hundred.
Yeah, and see if we get it back.
Yeah.
See what happens.
That's good.
See what the fuck happens with it.
If the brick manufacturers can do it, why can't we?
Well, I think it's totally legit, and the guy has no choice. He needs the 595 on the flatbed.
Yeah,
Couldn't you build a ramp of dirt and have the truck back up to it, and then drive up the ramp of dirt onto the truck?
I'm sure you could.
All of this seems like a really good, like one of those videos where the machine goes flipping off, and then everyone
Yeah,
freaks out. Like,
the last thing I want to do with this machine is not flip it. It's to wave goodbye as the transport takes off and count my money for the sale. Um, so yeah, that thing's gone. The money was wired to my account, and she's ready to go.
When is it
Nice.
leaving?
I don't know.
Whenever you build the loading dock?
No, we're gonna ride it over to my friend's place and load it with his machine. So I'm not building any loading dock for this guy. He's going to some concrete company
Okay.
out there.
What's next to build at the shop, Chad?
We're
If not a
residing,
loading dock.
not a loading dock. We're residing the barn in a couple of weeks.
Residing or resodding?
Residing,
Resodding?
siding, like
Siding. Oh,
insiding. Yeah. So we're gonna get that buttoned up. I have to dig the electrical trench there next week. Then next year we're gonna build a big lean-to to keep all the machines out of the sun and the weather whenever they're not being used. Yeah, lots of little projects besides the house going on.
When does the house start?
As soon as the bank says.
Oh
But
yeah.
by the time the bank is ready, I'm not going to need them. Like
Oh right.
we're trying to get a builder's mortgage or a loan to build it or whatever like that, and I swear it's taking them so long that I should just finance this thing myself.
Do you have plans already?
Yep, plans,
Oh,
drawings, the contract, everything's ready to go. Like I'm
oh,
ready to
amazing.
dig the hole, but I'm just waiting on the bank. The
So,
the township called today looking for money for the septic permit. I'm like, I don't have any money for you. Well, I mean, I do, but it's not my job to pay them. It's a
Oh,
builder's job. But
gotcha.
so
What happens in the current house? Do you rent it out?
no, we're gonna sell it. I'm not a
Right.
landlord.
No.
No.
Well, you are to one person, no?
Well, who? My
You're
kid?
no
Does she
the
doesn't pay
employee that
rent?
you have in your yard there.
Yeah, that's unpaid. We don't make
Okay,
anything off that. So
gotcha.
yeah.
Well,
So
are we gonna plan our meetup here or
I'm looking at this thing you posted, Chad. What happened with this asphalt roller cracking the slabs? What is that?
When did I post it?
I don't know. It says-
Oh, so I got a call this week from uh I guess a project manager that has sort of been in and around on a couple companies that we used to work with, and now she's with an asphalt company, or I mean they're like civil and they do asphalt and all this stuff. And she called me. She's like, "Are you busy?" I'm like, "Well, actually, not really that busy." She's like, "I need you to come out and have a look at this job." The asphalt roller went over the one of the driveways on the roads that they're redoing or something like that, and ended up cracking a bunch of the slabs.
how
So I'm
does
like,
that
okay.
happen? So they backed into their driveway or something?
Oh yeah, they must have had the roller right on the driveway.
Wow.
So I'm like, sure,
there's no fucking way these slabs are 80 if they cracked.
you don't think? Those are
No.
big rollers.
But did you pull one up yet, or
No, I haven't been there. No, she's like, come on, and have a look. She's like, it's an hour away. I'm like, you want me to drive an hour to have a look at this tiny repair job where I peel up like 15 slabs? Like, just send me pictures.
no? This is deeper.
This is deeper. What do you mean? The issue?
Well, there's 15 slabs that are broken, but how are you going to color match this?
I don't care. I'm gonna replace the slab. I don't know. It looks sealed to me, does it not?
But how?
Or is it
Like,
just wet?
do you know what? Do you have the Q? Do they have the QR code for when
No.
this stuff was produced?
No,
What factory
absolutely
was it
not.
made in? Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, how are you going to replace this shit when you don't have all the information? Like, there's 15 slabs there, so you pull them out. I agree that that part of the job is small, pulling out these 15 slabs. Finding the 15 slabs the same color that are the same fade to replace these 15 slabs, because these people aren't going to be happy with 15 random colored slabs in their driveway. So this repair is deeper. You might end up doing the whole driveway.
Well, that's it. Like, what's the course of action here now? Whenever there's, what do you say? That's, I don't know, probably 600, 800 square feet there. You figure? Are we replacing an 800 square foot driveway because they drove on it?
Do you
That's-
guys leave your clients with product at the end of a job?
No,
I'll give them a couple pieces if they want them. Usually.
that's
Yeah,
something I
same.
would. That's something. Okay, so maybe we do that. Yes, we would leave a couple.
I say, here's a couple of pieces. Keep them in a spot where they're going to weather the same as the rest of your project,
Yeah.
just in case you have a crack or something.
Yeah, I try to do the same thing. At least like well, I offer it to them, a couple of each size, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know, is this my fight to fight or is it the GC's fight to fight when it doesn't match? You asked me to repair it and I made the repair. Like, I'm not, for whatever the repair is, $1,500 or so, I'm not going to inherit the complete liability of the job, am
so
I?
this is the client, not the client coming to
No,
you, but
this is
gotcha.
the civil, the GC.
Yeah.
They need to make this problem go away.
Did you let them know that it's not going to match or something?
Not yet. Because it might match.
It might, yeah. It still looks fairly new, right?
I don't want to
I'm
offend
sure
them,
it
but
would.
they chose the absolute ugliest color that I've ever seen in my
Yeah.
life. That sandalwood, god awful color.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan
It is
of
a
it.
terrible color.
It's a disgusting color, especially to match with the black.
Yeah.
And I hope I didn't offend anyone, but I don't really care. I've always thought it's ugly.
I don't. That's one of my least favorite colors.
Yeah,
Same.
it's like a salmony gray color.
Yeah, I don't disagree that I think that that's not a nice color. It's too, yeah, it is odd.
So
Agreed.
I just found a picture. I wonder if you guys can see it. Can you guys see that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sort of. The
Yeah.
listeners can see it for sure.
So this, yeah, the listeners are going to be able to see it, but this is a driveway apron that a client or somebody beside one of my clients way a long time ago, the pool company broke a bunch of slabs or something, so they replaced that section, and they said that that would fade to the existing color, which is on the this one here. That's the existing.
Oh, okay.
That's what they
Nice.
replaced it with, and they told that it would fade to that. So far off.
Well, maybe it's the same color, just they got the QR code wrong, or what? Right. What the batch code wrong?
The batch was off.
The batch
Checking the
was off.
QR code.
Same color.
I do actually have a point of contention that so Jeremy made a video of himself stacking skids in his yard with his rototilt.
I did see that.
And then Chad made a commentary that my four laborers would do it faster. And here's the truth of the matter for anyone that cares. That shit would never go on in my yard because we don't bring skids back to my yard. So
what happens to the skids?
Everything from job sites goes directly back to the supplier.
So you take a 20% hit on everything?
Everything. I don't bring anything back to the yard ever.
No graveyard?
Nope. It's
My
useless.
graveyard is fucking full,
All you do is keep moving that stone around, and now you've invested way more than the 20% hit. Plus your cash is all sitting there. Every time you look at even a layer of stone, that's 50, 60 bucks, whatever it is, $100 of your money sitting there.
I'm rich.
I would rather have the 80, but so a long time ago, I determined I'd rather have the space in the yard and the $80. I don't care about 20%.
I agree with you.
It's all shit that I already put in the job.
If I could, I would absolutely not have a graveyard of nearly 100 pallets now. But for the most part, this is special order, and I can't get rid of it. And
then I crush it. I never bring anything back to our yard.
Crush it? Where do I get a crusher?
I just dump it as concrete and dump it in the fucking I would load it like at the end of a job. If there was special order stuff we couldn't return, it would go in a dump trailer or a dump truck or a fucking bin, and it would get dumped in a concrete pile at somewhere to crush it. Nothing ever comes back to our yard. But that's why I was watching. To the point is, you guys were making fun of me because I would be using labor to stack those skids as opposed to a tilt rotator, and I'm making fun of you because I would never even have those fucking skids in my yard because I would never pay anyone to handle them twice. I would pay someone to put them on a truck, and then I would have the supplier take them off of the forklift. Whereas you guys, who think you're Mr. Smarty Pants with your tilt rotators, bring them all back to your yard to make funny fucking videos on Instagram, using up fuel and time. Whereas opposed that shit would never happen to me because I wouldn't even. In our yard completely. If you came into our yard and was like, I need a skid, there's no fucking skids in our yard. There's like 1 or 2 skids max. There is 1 skid of fucking 2 layers of fucking product in our yard right now, and that's everything we have.
My retailer calls me in the spring to tell me they need extra skids to start picking orders. Do you have any? And I can put together 20 pallets for them.
The fucking shit that even worse for you, there's 100 skids sitting there, right?
Yeah. Just about.
They're worth $40 each. I'm not talking about the stuff on the skids.
Just the skids themselves.
So there's 100 skids there sitting there at $40 each.
Yeah. $4,000 in skids.
You have $4,000 of your money. You could get your septic permit with your goddamn skids.
No, you're right.
You can rent or buy those mini Chinese crushers now.
I feel like a broken mini Chinese crusher is not worth a lot of money. And I don't think it takes too much to break them. I could be wrong.
I don't know.
But
I haven't been around a lot of mini Chinese crushers. I just see them on TikTok all the time.
Yeah.
Even more fascinating now on my TikTok is literally just slammed full of these excavators they're selling from Japan that are like 2 or 3 years old. and they're selling them for like $30,000, 20-ton excavators.
Wow.
But you have to ship them over here. And then Brad and I have been debating, is there something fucked up with them because they're from Japan? Is like, can you not get the screen to go to English? Is like, is everything written in Japanese on them? Is there what makes them not? There was a 15-ton Sani one for sale for 12 grand plus shipping. Like, I'm gonna buy this fucking thing and get it shipped here just to see what's fucked up about it.
Yeah, I suppose you could.
So far, one of them has come into my Facebook that's actually in the province, and it was like a Cat 320, 2018, which I think to me is probably a $200,000 machine, $250,000 machine, 20-ton.
320.
It's a 20-ton Cat. So
Yeah, depending on hours, probably not less than 200 grand.
And so they're selling it for 75,000, 80,000. So it makes me wonder but they haven't sold it. It's been up for a couple of weeks. So thinking, so everyone's going to look at this motherfucker, and then seeing that all the writings in Chinese or Japanese and going, I'm good. I'll see you later. It just seems weird that I know in Japan they have those crazy emissions laws where you can only drive a car for like 2 years and then it has to go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can. That's why there's all these like right-hand drive cars, because you have to swap the motor every 3 years in a car in Japan. It's an emissions
Wow.
or some shit.
That's
So I'm
wild.
assuming excavators are the same. So they probably use them and then get rid of them in 2 years, or I don't know why there's like these people have like crazy bulks of them. There's like 500 of them in the video, all with a couple thousand hours on it, maybe, or not even, like 1,500 hours. Wow.
Well, there's a business model for someone.
Import.
Oh, here's one. This is Hitachi 130, 30,000, basically brand new. I don't know. 209 people liked it. It can't be wrong. I don't know.
Maybe they could use them in Egypt.
Probably. Maybe Egypt should buy those.
Maybe Egypt should buy those instead of my rotten old backhoe.
Mike, what was your biggest takeaway from H&A?
My biggest takeaway. My biggest takeaway, I've already said this to somebody on Instagram, was Richard Carroll from RC Outdoors skincare routine.
Well,
Can you share?
What makes that special?
Well, my wife saw his skin and said, he's got really good skin. You should ask him his skincare routine. I told her probably he doesn't have one. And it turns out he washes his face with, where is he from? Indiana water. That's his skincare routine. So I need to get some shipped up to me to take care of my skin.
Where do you get this Indiana water?
You'll have to ask Richard. Yeah, probably.
Indiana?
Yeah.
It comes from Indiana?
So that's my big takeaway.
That was your biggest takeaway from it?
Yeah. What was your guys' biggest takeaway from H&A?
That I should have went.
That you could drive there.
Yeah.
That you could drive there.
It's not the same place every year, is it?
It's every year, same place.
Is it? I thought it moved around.
Did you get a signed copy of Broke to Balling?
I did not. I did see Mainstream for a second, and then he disappeared. He was lightning speed there, so I couldn't catch him.
I'm sure he was busy. It was the introduction of the new book.
Yeah, I guess so.
So wasn't he doing signings and stuff?
I don't know.
Was Heitman there?
I did not see. I don't know.
He's busy.
He's
Oh.
Yeah. I've got something here, guys. If you want something fun, if we're done,
sure.
Are we all done talking about H&A? Is there?
No, I think we're done. I think we've.
All right. I've got somebody sent me a reel here, and this was a list of construction worker nicknames. So nicknames that guys would give other guys on site. based on their actions. So I'm going to give you a construction worker name, and you guys have to tell me why they got this nickname. What's the action that they did there? First one's pretty easy. Is a good warm up here. Kit Kat. Why would you call somebody Kit Kat on a
He
construction
always
site?
needs a break.
That's it. Chad's got that one.
Yeah.
I like that.
How about Justin?
Oh, you must come in just in time in the morning.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Oh, I like that. I wouldn't
Yeah.
have thought of that.
The answer to this one was did just enough not to get fired.
Oh,
Just enough.
I like that.
Motion light.
it only starts working when you look at him.
Yeah, exactly. Only when someone sees them, they start working. That's good. Chad's got these down.
Chad
I've been
is-
through a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
Chad is the king of nicknames.
E.T.
He always wants to go home.
Chad's on
He's
this.
got it.
Chad's 4 for 4. Oh man.
I'm bowing out. I'm out of here. See ya.
Yeah. Lantern.
Lantern. PK, it's you.
I don't. I thinks it's dark all the time. What is it?
Chad, do you have a guess?
No, I
No?
can't think of anyone on this one.
Not bright and needs to be carried.
Mm,
Mm,
okay, I can see that.
yeah.
Blister.
Shows up when the work's all done.
Absolutely. Yeah. Chad,
We-
you're killing this.
We use that one.
Do you?
Yeah.
Foreskin.
Isn't that something about being useless?
That's good.
I don't know on that one.
When things get hard, they disappear.
Ah!
And finally, G-spot.
Mm,
I don't know.
got nothing on that one.
Nobody can find them.
Oh,
Nobody
That's it.
can find them.
Yeah.
now,
I-
are these appropriate nicknames? Have you talked to
Uh,
HR about this?
No, I did not run this past HR, but it was something that I saw online. I did not make these up, and I did not use these myself. So,
What are you going to call yourself then?
am I going to call my? When
Donating
things get
everything.
hard, I just go home.
When things get- I come back the next day and there's nothing done. I remember, I don't know if we ever talked about this before, but there was a guy who started a landscaping business that, you know, I worked with and stuff, and his goal was to work alone and do his own thing, and he didn't understand why the jobs were taking so long. And I was like, because you don't do anything and you're the only person. And he kept leaving. I got to go to the supplier. If you're not there doing stuff and you're the only person, nothing happens because you're the only person. But the whole concept of it, he never ever grasped.
That's not good for a business owner.
Well, and no matter how many times I said, when you're not here, no pavers get laid because you're not here to lay them and you're the only employee. Well, I don't know why the jobs are taking so long because all you do is drive around. So when you do that, there's no production because you don't have any employees. It's just you. So if you want to drive around and do nothing, you need to get some employees and then hope that they do something while you're gone. So
I learned that my first year. I used to go around, pick up stuff, and well, not even my first year, like my first project. And then I was like, I can't do this. Everything gets delivered going forward.
well, because if you're gone from the job, who's doing
Nothing gets done.
nothing gets done. Have you ever used one of those like services that deliver from like Home Depot?
No, I haven't, but I did use an app once to order gravel, and that was pretty nice. The only problem with that is you don't know what gravel you're gonna get all the time, right? Only because
That's
like
important.
yeah, like HPB from one stone supplier to another isn't always the same. And
It's
some
true.
people have that like pea stone chip HPB that they call it. It's not really HPB. So I never wanted to get something like that for one of my jobs. So I stopped using it. I only used it once, but it was pretty cool.
We have that problem whenever we're working out of town. And
Yeah.
like at a different quarry or something, I'll have to call a buddy that lives there or is around that place. I'm like, what do you call this here? They're like, I think it's called this. I'm like, I need 1/4-inch chip. They're like 7/8 something or whatever. I'm like,
Yeah.
whatever. Hopefully he brings the right stuff and then comes back with the wrong stuff. And
The biggest problem in my area for the longest time was getting suppliers to stock 3/4-inch clear. That was actually 3/4-inch clear, not that
really,
window well stuff that had rounds and stuff in it.
Yeah. Drainage stone, they call it.
Yeah.
So whenever we go to the pit, they want everything in like millimeters. So 3/4 clear is 19 mil.
Gotcha.
So there's like a big 3/4 clear shortage where we are.
Really?
They're not making it or something, because a lot of people I think now buy HL3 and HL6.
oh, gross.
So like Cody's gone to get 3/4 clear, and they're like, yeah, we don't have any. Chrissy went to the pit where they make it. They're like, yeah, we don't have any. We have one truckload. You better get it and get out of here. It is what it is.
You need one of those Chinese crushers.
We do.
Make your own. My quarry ran out of, it's called concrete chip here, which is not made of concrete. It's an additive to concrete, which is 1/4-inch chip. They ran out of that, so they're selling us washed stone dust, which really isn't washed all that well. So we have to wash it on site before we use it. Like it's a piss poor excuse for clear stone. So
What's it called? Washed.
stone dust.
There's a lot of dust in stone dust.
There's a lot
There's
of
quite a bit of waste in washing stone
bullshit in
dust.
that name. Yeah, it's like I don't know why they how this is even a thing to make this stuff. Like it's garbage. But so we'll use it for
washed stone dust.
now. Yeah. So like you're trying to make something useful out of something that's completely fucking useless. Like maybe they'll buy this.
What's the difference?
It's from washed stone dust and
It's
regular
a little
stone
less
dust?
dusty.
Yeah.
A little less dusty, yeah. It's a little more grainy, but still you still pack it and it still sticks to the bottom of the packer, so you know it's not clear.
Yikes.
But it's either that or lay on 3/8 clear, which is then your sand just fucking is gone as soon as you pack your sand in.
How many times would you pack the sand?
Well, I packed our client from the Everest job texted me this morning. She's like, when are you coming back to sand? It's been wet. Can't sand. It rained this morning. So I'm like, if it dries up enough that we can get there today, we'll get there. So the guys show up around 1:00 to sand. Everything is just on the cusp of being dry enough. And then the guys turn the corner and see a fucking landscape carpet laying on the fresh patio. So there's a square of 8x8 that can't be sanded because it's not going to dry in time.
So did you sand around it or just leave the whole patio?
No, I hit it with the blower, waited an hour, and sanded over top of it anyway. So, well, if the carpet was there and we had to move it and the carpet's going back, it's going to be perpetually wet for the rest of its life anyway. So
Do you think the sand will get hard then?
I don't know if it'll get hard to begin with.
Well, now it gets to a whole new level. There was a carpet there. That's an excuse
That's a
for the non-hardening sand I've never heard before. There's a carpet there. Like, oh, we never. So we do have. I did get DM'd there is absolutely someone who is interested in hosting the um
Not our
the
finest hour.
not a finest hour meetup
You know,
at Congress.
it's a polysand company.
No,
No.
no.
Huh.
Our friends at Mammoth have have asked and said they are willing to let us be in their booth, which is brave of
Wait,
them.
are they going to charge us?
Are they going to charge us? We're really good at not making money on this
I
podcast.
don't know
In fact, we're really good at losing money.
Mo from Mammoth may want to charge us to cut, yeah, for the space. I don't know. So I feel like we should have another finest hour meetup on Mo's booth because Mo volunteered the space. Now we just need to pick a day and a time, which makes it way more complex.
Did he listen to the podcast and
Yeah.
offer his space? Wow.
No, I think that you posted on your thing.
Oh, did I?
Mo does listen to the podcast.
Oh, well, thank you, Mo.
Mo's a great guy and he has good equipment.
Hmm.
I feel bad because I've been very absorbed with a lot of bullshit in my life lately to do with work. With the business, whatever you want to, I just call it work. I don't really call it the business. The business. That sounds like so loserish, I guess. I don't know. The business. The business. I don't know. And so I've had a lot of bullshit going on at work this week so far. So I haven't, but I have his new uh mini skid loader that is 36 inches wide,
Nice.
which is a big difference from the one we had earlier, which was 42 inches wide.
That's a big
So-
difference. That's the one I've got my eye on.
Well, so that was, the problem everyone perceived with the original Mammoth loader that we had was that it was 42 inches wide. Now, I personally don't perceive that as a big problem, but for some reason, it seemed to be an issue with the rest of society. So they now have a 36-inch machine, which seems very capable. But I haven't really posted online about it much because I've been absorbed with other crap. But yeah, I think we should have the Not Our Finest Hour meetup in Mo's Mammoth booth.
What does the Not Our Finest Hour meetup look like? Are we throwing pickles at everybody?
I think it looks like a lot. I think it looks like the three of us. My honest opinion of a Not Our Finest Hour meetup is the three of us standing awkwardly around while no one shows up.
Yeah. I could see that.
Or one really fucking weird person shows up. And then it's the three of us
won't leave.
standing for an hour in Mo's booth, destroying his chance at sales with one really weird motherfucker that won't leave. That's what a Not Our Finest Hour meetup looks like. We should probably bring some candy because if we've done
Some candy.
we could say, hey, do you want some candy if you come to our meetup?
We should get our merch store going before then, and we should have a little merch giveaway.
We can do that. Yeah.
We might get 5 people then.
Well, I have a pair of I've never worn them, but they are custom ordered Paver King Ray-Bans with a PK engraved on the handles, yellow Paver King Ray-Bans. I would be willing to donate them to some kind of contest to drive this Mammoth / Not Our Finest Hour meetup. If you don't come to the meetup, you can't win the glasses.
Oh.
Now, PK, you can't bail last minute on this because if you bail, I'm going to bail.
Then I'll be left alone.
Yeah.
You and one weird guy looking for some glasses.
Oh, I'll have to.
And then Chad will come out of
buying
his
a mammoth.
Chad's gonna get pressured to buy all the mammoths. That's awesome.
I'm breaking the pressure by buying a man. I wonder if Mo would offer us a discount code for the mammoths.
Oh yeah.
PK,
Do we get a kickback?
I don't know. I don't know how discount codes work. No one's ever given me one. The only people that were going to give me one didn't because I was in Canada and they were in the United States.
Such bullshit.
So, well, I think maybe they just like started taking a deeper dive into my Instagram. Was like, we don't think we want this guy representing us. This guy is not the kind of person we want to associate with. That's one thing I'll give Mo is he's brave.
Yeah.
You got to respect Mammoth Equipment for their bravery to host the Not Our Finest Hour meetup. Like, and we'll bring candy
and pickled eggs.
Ooh,
So
eggs.
I was in a deli. I guess that's what it was. It was a deli, and there was pickled eggs in the deli.
Oh, there was pickled eggs.
Yeah.
Did you pick them up?
No, but I thought of you when I saw them.
Are you a connoisseur of pickled eggs, BK?
I've never eaten a pickled egg.
Oh, you just give them
gave away a lot of them away. I never ate one. I'm a master of giving them away. I'm not a master of eating pickled eggs.
Gotcha.
But I think having a Mammoth meetup is a great idea.
Yeah, you just can't bail out on us.
No, I won't bail.
Okay.
I'm in deep, Mike. I think we should go all 3 days.
I plan to this year.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to get some like video footage and stuff, I think.
Nice.
Because winter work is a little bit dry to keep up with the YouTube.
The winter work is keep up. Well, you could spend your time posting the Not Our Finest Hour clips on YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm actually all caught up.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Even the episodes that we're publishing now, I've got them scheduled to release.
Wow.
One a day until end of November, and we'll be all caught up.
Do we have a YouTube following?
We've got 58 people, I think.
Wow, that's more than I thought. I thought you were going to say like 4.
No.
We have 58 people that tune in to this. Good for them.
They see our faces there. They get to see the tier lists and things that they missed that were visual.
Everyone should subscribe.
Everyone
you know what I actually liked that we did once that I thought was a good segment that I don't know, maybe you guys didn't like it, but I liked it, so let's do it. One of the things we did once that I thought was a great segment was when I was looking up other people's podcasts and seeing what they were talking about. And without having any frame of reference, we started talking about it. So let's do that. Let's go to Turf Wars. So these Turf War guys have really upgraded their logo. It has an American flag on it. They are now the Turf Wars Freedom Podcast.
Ooh.
So there's that.
Rebranded.
So let's pick one out. Don't fall into these traps that lead to failure. That's actually a good topic. What do you think is a trap that leads to failure?
Taking your foot off the gas. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, Chad. Go, Chad. In. Boom.
It's so lifelike right now. I've taken my foot off the gas and I'm left with not enough work for 9 guys to finish the season. So we're not failing, but we're also not thriving. We lost a 2 big job that we were supposed to get to take us home for the season, and now we're scrambling to pick up a bunch of little stuff.
But did you lose them or get delayed?
No, we lost them. The city tree job that we lost by $3,000 ended up going to the one-man show, and there's another 5,000 square foot brick job that was supposed to come through, and it was all ready to go, and then the other guy pulled out on that, so now we're left scrambling. Not like with no work, but
those weren't jobs you had signed that pulled out.
No.
Okay.
But
Mike, don't fall into these traps that lead to failure.
Don't fall in. For me, in my situation, we already talked about it, but making sure that if you are a one-man show, that you're taking advantage of deliveries. Since that came up this episode, that's something that sometimes I need to be reminded of again and again. But I like Chad's the best. That's a good one.
I didn't give one yet.
Chad, what?
You already given Chad credit for being the best. I didn't even fucking take a swing.
I don't know how you could do better, PK.
I didn't even take a fucking swing, and I've been eliminated from the competition.
If yours is not about pickled eggs, I don't know how you could do better.
If it's not about pickled eggs, I think that, not to sound negative, but trusting the wrong people can be a trap that can lead you to failure. I feel like
that's for sure.
I think that's not even, I don't even know if you say trusting them, but just, or going to the well, the dry well over and over again and expecting a different result is also a trap that can lead you to failure.
That would do it. Yeah.
Also, I'm just going to throw in there for Mike, because I know I'm going to beat Chad. Like, you got to know your fucking numbers.
That's
Not
a good
knowing
one.
your numbers
that one.
might lead you to failure. I like this. This is a fun. Here we go.
How do you know when not to trust somebody? Or do you try them out and then get burned and then have a shorter leash? Or do you have that intuition at first and decide not to?
I think that most of the time I'll trust someone if I have a generally impression of them. And then if I've been burned a few times, the next time I would take a much deeper dive into what they're saying. I think that would be a more solid piece of advice, or a more solid thing that I would say is I would take a much deeper dive into what, not take them at face value as much, I guess, would be. I think another, like, holding people accountable for their actions. If you're not doing that, that's a trap that can lead you to failure. Yeah. I think it's pretty easy as an employer to not hold people accountable for their actions. Because you're busy and it's just easier to just say, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah.
It'll sort itself out. I think that's another trap that can lead you to failure. Did I beat Chad, or you still like Chad's better?
Yours is pretty good. I still like Chad's because it's timely.
It's timely.
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys want to see what our good friend over at the Kid Contractor podcast has been talking about?
How we crash and burn. I listened to the 3 episodes on that straight.
On
Crash
what?
and burn?
How he shit the bed with his first company.
Oh,
his original company.
I like
his that story. Yeah.
Here's one that I have absolutely nothing that I could talk about with. Protecting yourself digitally.
Like getting a blue check mark?
I guess.
Or your insurance company peeking into your Instagram.
Or taking
How
your
can you
blood.
protect yourself from that? Or taking your blood to your insurance company. They actually did take your blood, right?
They took my blood.
Yeah.
Never had my blood taken at my own kitchen table before.
That's
what I hate about new trucks.
Who posted that?
Caleb.
Oh.
I listened to that, but I forget it.
Well, I'm asking. Well, but the point is, what's your opinion on new trucks? Do you hate them, love them, buy them, don't buy them? What do you do?
I've only ever bought used, even personally, for personal vehicles.
You've never bought a new vehicle?
Never.
I've never had a new vehicle for myself. The only new vehicle I've ever bought that was brand new was the Darian's truck, the blue truck that we're doing the 1 million follower giveaway. Maybe we could promote the 1 million follower giveaway at the Mammoth fucking meetup, where we're also giving away the Paver King sunglasses. I think that if you want the paper sunglasses, I've thought a lot about the giveaway that would be necessary to get a pair of custom ordered yellow Ray-Bans with PK engraved on the handle.
One of ones.
One of one. One of one. They are personally ordered by me. They come in the expensive brown leather pouch, which was more expensive than the black leather pouch because I ordered the upgrade because no expense was spared on these yellow Ray-Bans. I was thinking that I should run a contest where if you want these glasses, you have to like every post I've ever posted on Instagram.
Wow.
And then, but I don't know how to track that shit. So I thought about it and I thought, man, that would be a great way to drive engagement. If you want these fucking sunglasses, you have to like every post. And just to put that in perspective, I have made 3,987 posts. Now, you'd think if someone was listening to this podcast and they have probably liked some of my posts, maybe. So maybe they don't have to like the whole 987.
I think that's more difficult. I think it's easier if they've never liked anything.
To scroll all the way back 4,000 posts and like them all.
Because I'm just going ahead and liking.
Mike's already on it because he wants to get a head start on winning the Paver King glasses. So I think the Paver King glasses are on the fucking shelf. Maybe we could do a reveal on this podcast, and that would drive people to the YouTube channel in fucking droves. And let me see if I can find, and we could do an unboxing, and that will drive people to, because Mike's posting these right through November, motherfuckers. Like it's going all the way. Hold on, let's see if I can find the glasses. Give me a second.
They'll see this about mid to end of November, so that's when this will go live there. This is tough. I've actually been banned by Instagram for like 3 days for liking too many in a day or in a time span.
Really?
Yeah.
You've been banned from liking or banned from the whole thing?
From the whole thing. I couldn't engage or send messages or anything. I was banned for a week.
Wow.
Because I liked too many posts.
That happened to me once with Twitter.
How many posts do you need to like?
I guess quite a bit. I don't know.
So on Twitter, one of the ways to get people to follow you, and back in the day used to be to follow them.
Yeah.
So every day I'd follow like 200 people, and then I would unfollow the same 200 people the next day. Obviously, it was the winner. Had a bit of time on my fucking hands. I don't know what the fuck I was doing with my life, but I got banned. My account got like shut down for. Are you guys ready for the on video unboxing of the Paver King official Paver King custom ordered Ray-Bans? So they come in this black and orange box that says Ray-Ban Remix. I guess that's because they're custom, so they're called the Ray-Ban Remix because you're making your own Ray-Bans on here. They come inside. They come in a silver box. Now, none of these boxes are in perfect condition because I think I've opened these before. So if you're expecting these to be perfect, they're not. There's a silver box inside the orange and black box. For all of those of you viewing on the YouTube channel, subscribe today. Pound that subscribe button. Fucking crush it all day long. So here is the glasses, the expensive, extra expensive brown leather case that I ordered that says Ray-Ban on them. Pretty official. And are you guys ready? For the official, so these are the official Paver King Ray-Bans.
Ooh.
And I don't know if you can see, but on the, I don't know if you'll see on the camera, but you can see the PK.
Okay, yeah.
The PK is actually engraved on the handle of these glasses, inside and out.
Ooh.
Which was, you could either do inside or you could do inside for free or out for free, but I did both sides, and I think I paid a little bit extra. So I wanted people to understand that these are PK, but you can see they have the yellow color there.
Yeah.
These are
classic PK color.
The classic Paver King shades. So I think we should definitely do a Mammoth Meetup Ray-Ban, Paper King Ray-Ban giveaway.
So is that
I
what
think-
somebody has to do? The first person to come up to you and scroll through your timeline and show that they've liked every single one?
I don't know. That would be a long time to see that they. Maybe
Are
we
you to
should.
verify right at the booth?
Maybe we should. We got a line of 100 people. Oh, this one you didn't like, bitch. Get in a line. Do you think that? How many people do you think would actually go and like 4,000 posts of mine?
During busy season or at the end of the season?
Well, this is the end of the season.
Say that yet.
They get some time during Christmas at those family events to
those are
just
boring
sit down
anyway.
and.
I'm kidding. My mother-in-law listens to this. I'm only kidding.
Mother-in-law listens to this.
I said my side is boring. My side is boring.
My mother-in-law listens to this. Really?
She's great. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So this is the Paper King as a company is donating these one-of-a-kind glasses to give away at the meetup. So now we just have to develop the contest for them. What is NDL willing to donate for the meetup? And I think that NDL should have to donate something of equal value. And these are priceless because they're one-off. So, and they're also got PK on them, and I've touched them. So probably if Chad was to maybe throw his water truck in the mix, might
I'll do you
come
one
up
better.
equal.
I'll do you one better.
Sure,
Ready for this?
I'm ready. What's
I don't know how Mammoth would feel.
Oh, I don't think Mammoth's gonna like this.
I'm gonna throw a Chinese excavator into the mix.
Oh, wow.
I got one left. It's not moving. It's got a brand new starter, autographed by Brandini himself.
That's pretty good.
You have to really smash the subscribe button to get the fucking Chinese excavator. I want the Chinese excavator. I don't think Mammoth's gonna approve that as a giveaway at their booth. Yeah, I like it though. It's nice. You could give away that big pump, the trash pump.
No, I need that. To me, that pump is worth more than the Chinese excavator.
So if someone came in your yard and said, Chad, what do you value more than the Chinese excavator, legitimate, or what do you value less than the Chinese excavator, legitimate tools? If someone said, I'm taking your vacuum lifter or I'm taking your Chinese excavator, what are you picking?
Take the Chinese excavator.
I'm taking your stone saw or I'm taking the Chinese excavator.
Oh, take the excavator. I use the saw every day.
All right.
There's more potential for lost
taking
money.
your Bobcat T595 or I'm taking the excavator.
Good luck. It's already loaded on this transport.
We know how much that machine's your favorite.
Well, if it comes down to what's going to make me more money, the T595 has made me more money. So we're going to keep
the lone
that.
Chinese. So do you still advertise the Chinese excavator or you just
Nah, I haven't really pumped it up. I get guys calling me out of the blue. Like, what can you tell me about it? And I'm like, fuck, here we go. So now, I'll send you the link.
How many did you buy?
6.
So you successfully sold 5.
Yeah.
So you're definitely in the green with that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. That's up. If you quantify the whole thing, yes.
So this Chinese excavator was free now.
That's why I'm giving it away.
I think if you run a Chinese excavator giveaway, we could probably get a lot of followers on the fucking Instagram, not our finest hour Instagram. I think you need to restrict it though to you pay the shipping. Because what if some motherfucker in Dominican Republic wins it?
Oh, yeah.
What if someone in China wins it and you got to ship it back?
I think I'm better off to buy them a brand new one from there but I have to ship it back.
That doesn't get the one you have out of your yard. When you build the lean-to, will the Chinese excavator get a special spot to keep it out of the sun?
I hope it's so. Months ago, whenever I had two or three of them, there was one with a beautiful, bright, shiny orange paint job, and then the
Yes.
sun faded, baked, hazy orange one right beside it. And this old man came to buy one. I said, okay, choose which one you want. And he chose the sun-baked Chinese excavator and
Why?
left the beautiful, shiny one right there. I'm like, all I could think of was this guy is his eyesight is so bad he can't tell the difference between these two. But there was clearly at least 10 shades difference between these two excavators. I'm like, oh, perfect.
What was he doing with it?
I think he was loading logs to put on a sawmill with it. So, and he was an old guy. But
Didn't you sell one to I had an interesting meeting today. I have an ad up for clean fill, and so I get a lot of weird responses to it. Like someone called me yesterday saying, "Will you deliver me 2 wheelbarrows of free clean fill?" I was like, yeah, no. Like I think the minimum is a triaxle load here. Like that's, but someone who was filling their pool called me and invited me over to look at the pool. And this is a big pool, like 20 by 40. Like this was a big monster pool. And these people have been working for the whole summer to break up the concrete and throw it in the bottom and break the bottom. And they're doing it all by hand, just by themselves.
Man.
And I was like, man, you people must have really fucking hated this pool.
Wow. That's a hell of a job.
So they were trying to, I said, if you dump clean fill anywhere, it's going to just, and there's a back place. I said, if you dump it here, you're going to destroy all the sod. They didn't want to make any mess. Like, well, you can't dump tracks or loads of anything and not make a mess. Those two things they don't happen separately. Like you're making a mess no matter what. So we determined that the best thing to do was to get a slinger in there and fill the pool with a slinger.
There's a fill slinger?
Well, you can get sand fill.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Like you got to buy the cheapest thing you can, but that's sand fill, right? Because they're just digging it right out of the bank at the pit and not. So but that screwed me because I don't have a slinger. So I basically fucked myself out of that job. On the flip side, someone has said they would fill the pool for $6,000. I don't know if I would have filled it for $6,000. It was a big fucking pool.
Yeah. If that were my pool and I was demolishing it, I might take the little Chinese excavator, ride it into the bottom of it, and then leave it there. It's almost the same price as $6,000 worth of fill.
How much is the Chinese excavator? Like, how much was it what was your price?
The ones from Toronto were cheaper. The ones from Quebec had some weird, stupid fucking tax on them, or like came out to like double tax or something like that. So they're like $9,000, $8,500 or something. So this last one, I'm just trying to get my cost for it.
What do you have in it?
9 plus probably $9,500 in it by the time the starter's fixed and all that, Brandini's time.
And what were you selling them for?
Originally, they were first one I unloaded for 12,600, then a bunch at 10,500, and then one at 10. So, yeah, this will be the only one that I'll take a bath on.
So, but the other ones you paid less for them that you sold at 10, and you didn't have the you didn't have Brandini's time invested in them.
Yeah. The ones that came from your neck of the woods were a better deal.
What kind of contest do you think you legitimately would want to run on to give away an excavator?
Landscape Daddy only has about 200 posts, so that's
yeah. Do I? all those Indian men followers there that I got from my
I love
viral
the
video.
glue.
They're not pumping my tires at all
They're not
lately.
pumping much. Well, you haven't had any more of those videos where you used a queef of glue.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, we did a couple weeks ago, but that only got. Oh, I don't even know how to look.
So Mike,
The Grabo is coming out with a high flow version where it'll be working on dry cast material.
really?
Yeah, I did see that at H&A. That was cool.
So
I like that.
What is Ever After willing to put into this?
I will put in an oppression hat signed by the
That's the
Not Our Finest
expensive
Hour
one.
guys.
An
Yeah.
oppression hat signed by that you could wear that with your shades while you're running your excavator.
That might not be just from me though. I think that's from all three of us. So I'll have to scrounge up something. Maybe I'll give you one of my
You could donate your dump
cards.
trailer. You don't use that.
Oh, that's true. I'd have to go get it though. Or actually, no, you have to go get it. That's a good one. You have to go get it because that'll take a headache off my plate.
Get rid of the dump trailer.
Yeah.
Do you pay rent at the yard where it is?
No.
Okay, there's no overhead.
Exactly. Yeah.
When was the
That's
last
why it's
time you
there.
used it?
Beginning of the pandemic, so 2020, early 2020.
So it's been sitting there for
Yeah.
3 years.
Yeah.
Does the owner of the land know that you're probably never coming back for it?
I think so. I haven't talked to them for a couple of years now. So
How
Why
old
wouldn't
is
you
the dump
sell it?
trailer?
Like,
well, I thought I was gonna use it. I just didn't think it would be for a little bit, just based on the projects that I signed up. And then I just have absolutely no use for it now. So I just left it. I don't know. It's not worth much to me anyways.
see, if you would have sold this thing during the pandemic, you probably would have made out like a bandit.
Yeah.
Like
that's
more than
true.
what you paid for sure.
Mm-hmm. I
How
just
long-
kept on thinking that I would maybe use it, so maybe I should keep it. And then that never happened. And then now I know I'll never use it.
So it's 3.5. Was it a 3.5 ton?
I think so. Yeah. One axle, tiny little thing.
One axle.
It's a one axle dump trailer?
Yeah, it's tiny.
Where'd you get that?
I bought it from a buddy who got out of the business. Yeah.
I feel like you should give that away in a contest.
I think
Will-
it might be a too much of a headache for somebody. I think that's not a fair giveaway.
I got it.
I don't think it's nice for me to give that to somebody.
We're gonna pluck someone straight out of somewhere with no landscape experience, no anything. We're gonna set him up with Mike's dump trailer. We're gonna give him my little excavator and PK's sunglasses, and we're gonna coach him
Coach, free coaching.
There you go.
into being one of the best landscapers in all of North America.
Free coaching. Will the
I-
Chinese excavator fit in the single axle dump trailer?
I'd say so.
Probably wouldn't.
It's 0.8 ton, so I
Yeah.
think so.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
1,600 pound.
Yeah.
That's a
1,600
setup.
pound. Yeah,
That's a setup. That's a
yeah.
decent setup for someone to get going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chinese excavator and a single axle dump trailer.
And the coaching.
And well, don't underestimate the power of the coaching. Whatever you do. Do not underestimate the power of the coaching.
I got nothing else to give away, so that sounds like a plan.
That's all you got left is
That's all I got left.
well, you could give away the saw with the wheels.
I love it though.
The wheel saw.
I could get a new one. I could give that away. That'd be cool.
Do they still make saws with wheels?
Absolutely. I think they came out with an even larger one. Oh,
Did
they
we
came out
talk-
with a battery one.
Did we talk about how hard it is to get someone to cut concrete curbs?